Hi guys, I wanted to share something that I've been seeing lately these days. I've been noticing a trend, something is shifting in the collective, and it's a good shift, if you want to call it that. We're actually beginning to see things that are really important, and it's about more focusing on unity and not separation and not condemnation, which is really stupid to do. I mean, it has its purpose, because if we wouldn't know the opposite of it. But at the same time, we've been doing this for quite some time now, and it's getting to a point where it's just too much. Like, well, there isn't too much, but it's not going in it wouldn't be going into the direction that we want things to go, and many of us are being guided to do. And what has been going on is that many have been focusing on separation because it was being handed to us through different things to dislike or like. But the thing is that we were beginning to be more concerned with who it was and not the actual action of the who. And this is a trap, because when we begin to condemn people, we don't get it, because we all have issues, we all deal with stuff. And when we condemn others because maybe their actions are not in alignment what we feel is okay, we get lost, because it's not about separation in any way. It's more about understanding that human beings are being used for this purpose and darkness and light is not the bad guy here. Okay, darkness has a purpose because it awakens us. Light, the purpose is to see it, so, and to embrace all. But when we begin to separate, when we begin to condemn or to judge people by their behavior, we can see things clearly, what they are about. When a person acts in a way that we are not okay with, that says something about the person, most definitely, because it says about its choices. But as love is in everything, there's always a possibility for us to rise above that. It's not our job to have an opinion about the person's actions more than saying no to the actual action, because we can say, yeah, we don't approve of wars, but the people that are creating the wars, or are the people fronting to be seen as they are creating the wars, we can never know what it's about. So we are not entitled to judge or say, oh, that person is an evil person. That is a really big trap. That's a trap. Okay, because then we are separating from the human being, which is a vessel, and not the energy. With the energy is the action. So we are only allowed to say no to the actions, and only if we can do something different ourselves. If we say, we don't like separation, but then we separate ourselves, then we are being hypocrites, and that is seen. This is a thing where it's the self against the self. We are not dealing with, well, the majority of us are not dealing with something vaster. Before it's just us against us. Then we are going to get into another part of this where we are souls dealing with tasks that are different. But right now we just need to focus on discerning ourselves and discerning our own bullshit. And this is how this is happening the coronavirus, the things that are happening. It's not because these people I've been seeing, the Freemasons are going to show themselves soon. They are going to begin to talk and to show, and it might create another difficulty for human beings, because it's going to feel like a separation. They have these positions, they have money, they have knowledge, and we are going to, most likely, many of us are going to feel like not in the club, not part of it. So then we begin separating because we have wounds that we have to attend to not to feel this. So if we don't do that, then we are going to feel outside of the club, like I have with people that are mental, for instance. I always felt very stupid, very, very slow in my brain capacity. But it's my task to overcome that. It's my task to do things that help me overcome my insecurities, because I also have any kind of all the same tools as everyone else. I have a brain, It's a matter of a will. So what am I doing about it? I'm reading stuff that I never read about before, and it's difficult, and whatever I have that is difficult for me, it's my job to overcome it with help. Of course, people can help you, but in the end, it's you doing your job to help yourself so that you can help others through being a collective whole. So with the Freemasons, when they are going to start showing themselves, it's gonna be difficult, because we are not part of that, and it's gonna feel separating. But the task is always to find something to be grateful of, and darkness is an extremely valuable tool, because if we don't have darkness, we don't have light. We need the polarities, and this is not what we are fighting. It's not darkness we're fighting as in evilness. It's darkness as in unconsciousness. It's darkness as in us not being conscious enough of what is actually ruling our lives and destinies, which are not destinies, because there's no destinies, just more about what do you do about it, So hating other people that are doing things in our world is just it's not productive. It's nothing, we cannot do anything with it. Just hating and you did this and that, it doesn't help anyone. What helps is not feeding it, not helping out, not giving that energy space to rule us, to control us, and find the gift in it. Find how to be grateful for them to do this towards us, so that we can rise above it together, and this is a macro thing. You can do this in your own world, and you can see it in the world as a whole. So because everything in the world is our world also, and because we contribute with everything we look at or don't look at, because when we are not seeing our reality in our world, then we are giving energy to another thing, and then we don't have energy enough to say no to injustices as a whole, because many people we don't have that amount of energy, some of us, yet. Some of us do. Some of us can handle difficult tasks in their own families and being strong, and then going out and fighting for justice. It's possible, but it's not common. So we need to be more attentive with our energy and care for it, as something very valuable. Our energy is what this world has been built with. So it's either for us or against us, but it's not anyone but ourselves, because it's being used, But we are the ones that say if they can use it or not. There's no one to blame here but ourselves. It really is like that. And the Freemasons are, well, in some reality, like, I'm not saying that they are good guys, okay? It's not that, but love has a way to see this as a gift, okay? And it is. And I'm actually beginning to like, I feel that maybe they know this. Maybe they know that they need to take some part and do this for some, like, to move forward. Because what I've been told before is that we are actually not just helping Earth, we're helping the unbalance in the multi-universes that we are as a whole as well, because we are also a universe in itself. And then with many universes, as we are many, there has been this imbalance through black magic or unconsciousness, I guess, not black magic. Because before I thought it was black magic, but now I'm just seeing it as unconsciousness, and where we allowed our energy to go. So black magic, I guess, is just a part of it, you know. So they do it in their way and we do it in our way, but in any way there's action, there's movement. What is not good is not movement, this stagnation, this unwillingness to not be like, either you're good or bad, you know, kind of thing. Either you are fighting this in one way or another. You like, there's no good or bad, you see, because if you're bad, well, and you take stand for it, like we're seeing in the world, people are bad ones. Well, there's movement, and they have been telling us for such a long time, this is happening. It's just us unwilling to look deeper, being lazy, not wanting to see stuff that were quite obvious for many of us with society and how they were ruling us. Everything was telling us that this was happening, yet we were unwilling to look at it. And then just think, like here in Sweden, where I am, going to vote is going to do it. You know, just giving away our power is what we were doing, is not taking responsibility for anything. And that is a reflection of how people actually are today, because they vote and then they go and sit in their couches in front of their TVs and feel like they have contributed to a better world or to a better society. I mean, it's ridiculous, you know. And we're just being asked to be more sovereign and more bold and take our power back. So there's no bad, there's no good, there's no evil. Evilness is unconsciousness. That's the true evil, and that's what is happening right now. They're like doing more and more and more because they are allowed to, okay? And this is not going to stop before we say stop, and we take our energy back and we say, you're not going to separate us with your bullshit theater, because that's the thing, that's the game, you know. They just give us all these things to put our energy towards, and dividing for opinions that are so unimportant. And they continue doing what they have to do, because they have to do what they do, because that's their part. They're playing a part. And then we cannot blame anyone but ourselves. And this has been shown to us that if we vote, we can only blame ourselves, because we know that politics are corrupted. We know that this is being ruled from higher up. We know this. We feel it. We know it, you know. So it's just a matter of, when is it enough? And when are we going to take our power back? And I am actually seeing this happening now. I'm seeing people rising above their personal opinions and changing things. And so now people are beginning to see each other also. I've been seeing that people are beginning to see things, you know, who is what through what they're saying. We're just finding each other, I guess. We're finding each other, and it's beautiful to see, and it's really giving me a sense of relief, not to stop, but to continue. You know, I'm actually seeing some progress, and it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful, and that was all I wanted to say. I'm just very happy today, and I'm gonna continue doing my things, and fighting my wounds, and be grateful for the difficulties, because when a human being gives you a difficulty, they're actually giving you their power, because they're saying to you, I couldn't, so here, this is yours, and if you can overcome it better than I could, please do it. And yeah, so when we overcome a difficulty that is not ours from the beginning, guess who will be receiving that power given away, you know? And this is how we are accessing universes, and this is how we are beginning to work in the multi-universe. It's by opening our hearts to the tasks that we are being given and offered, and some of us are not making it, and then they're seeing this as souls, and they're just saying, hey, take this, you know? And this is a reality. It doesn't have to be like this for everyone. This is a choice, okay? Life is choices, and we choose what to see. But the heart is infinite, so the realities are also infinite, and we choose in which reality we want to work in. So there are no victims if you don't choose it. Yeah. That was all I wanted to say and share. I love you all. Bye.